runs from 4, second delivery. What a shot! Look at that. Beautifully played. He knew where the fielders were. Fine leg was up in the circle. Yes, 152 now. Runs on the board. I think it's good enough total with 3 spinners in their playing 11.
The track is definitely going to help the spinners again. You would have noticed that. Tixana also would have noticed that he likes to bowl in the power play as well, Tixana. Three balls left in the innings. Short delivery, swatted away. We'll be able to come back for the second. Oh, there's hesitation from Pretorius. He wanted to stay down that end, but at the moment Rashid's playing nicely.
He's in good nick, Rashid. 11 of 5, all happening here. 154 now, 9 runs from the over, 2 balls to go.
Fear in the air, those two. Wayne said, keep going, Rashid, you're playing beautifully, I think.
Pretorius was saying, hey mate, I'm the big hitter here. 34 of 16, but as long as you get runs, that matters.
Seamers, the guys that have travelled today, the spinners certainly haven't. Seamers have got some tap. Hard down the ground. Hit it too well. Only going to be the one. Straight away goes for the cloth. The batsman might just actually sneak a quick meet halfway like they've done now and just keep running the other side.
I agree. Situation awareness is very, very important. He's on should be 36 of 16 between these two. An important one for Warriors.
Shara doesn't want him to get underneath him with a standard pace delivery. That would be the opportunity that Pretorius is waiting for. It's a low full toss. He's worked that away, but he's hit it too well. Coming back for the second. Sent back by Pretorius. Now they can go. Now they can double up. Ends up being a pretty tidy over in the end. So they've got themselves a pretty good total. Not quite the 160 I was looking for, but they'll be reasonably pleased, I think, with 157 for 6 after their 20 overs. Didn't look like they were going to get to that, but a couple of good overs gave them a nice little spurt. Good work from these two guys. The partners with 38 off 17. Lane Khan was outstanding. Really did bowl beautifully.
Pick of the bowlers. 3 for 17 in his 4 spinners bowled beautifully. Dawson bowled well as well, only considered 21 runs and got a wicket. Shara expensive. Badar 2 for 22 in his 3 overs. He was also very, very expensive and wicketless. But over and all, I think it's a good total pitch, this pitch. And of course, the ball is getting wet as well. We'll see. We'll find out. First 5 overs, one sort of a situation how the bowlers are handling the wet ball.
That's going to be the key, the start of it. See how things start with the Warriors. Being that successful in the power play and the wicket stakes. They've only picked up 1 wicket, actually, in addition 4. Season 4. So 157 on the board. It's a pretty good total for the Sharjah Warriors. Johnson Charles 36 off 32. There were a handful of guys who got starts. Charles is 1. Mendes is another, 23. Ranjane 17. Tim David 19. Pretorius not out 36, but it's a good 36. It was 17 balls only. And Rashid a dozen off just 6 to get to 157 for 6.
Tushara 4 overs 44, no wicket. Adair pick up the fast bowlers 2 for 22. Marzai expensive 4 for 44. And Dawson 1 for 21. And Ayan pick up the bowlers 3 for 17 in his 4.
Let's go downstairs now and join Grace.
Mark Adair joins me now as wickets all round for the Giants today. Yourself and Ayan Khan were the standouts.
Yeah, look, good day for the bowlers, I think. Pretty tough wicket to bat on.
Now, last game, your footing, we were a little bit more careful this game, so you didn't have to have a callback.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that up.
Forgot about it. I mean, that's fun. All right, so last game also, we saw that the Vipers, you had a loss to. It was a really, really close game in the Super over. Was it nice to have a day off in between?
Yeah, got out to Dubai Creek, played a bit of golf, which was nice. But yeah, looking forward to getting another win over the line tonight.
Plan of attack, chasing this total.
Speak to the batters. That's not my job anymore. I've done my part. Let the batters do theirs.
Righto, nice, short and sharp. Okay, we're going to head back up to the comm box. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Mark. That was giving us plenty. Much appreciated. Righto, Golf Giants. That's the target. They've got 158. This is going to be an interesting game. Might be another tight one. We've had a couple in a row. Don't go too far away. This is going to be wonderful to see the start in particular.
Which team will take 2 points in match number 10 of Season 4 DP World T20? Well, at the halfway stage, the Warriors sent into bat. They ended on 157 for 6. No one in that batting lineup getting a half century, but quite a few useful contributions. Charles with 36, Mendes, 23 in his first game this season. Dwayne Pretorius, 36 from 17. A nice partnership with Rashid. And Afzal Khan, of course, the star with the ball, 3 for 17 from his 4. Had good support from Adair, 2 for 22. Another very successful bowler on the night. But if you missed the action, the highlights of same started with Johnson Charles and TKC at the top. Charles in a usual aggressive sort of mode, striking a few early boundaries. And then TKC was departed, first wicket down.
Yeah, that was important wicket, the man in form altogether. But again, I think he did well to get to 157. And of course, Mendes looks really good, a very good player, a busy player. It was a difficult pitch to bat on early on, but and then they lost wicket. At one stage, they were 119 for 6, but I think they recovered well. Runs on the board, and they have 3 very good spinners in their playing 11.
Indeed, they struggled in that middle phase. That was the only phase where they didn't score fluently. They only scored 51, lost 4 wickets, but that last partnership really brought them back into the game. Real beauty there from Dawson, accounting for Sikandaraza. And Pretorius, he had different plans. 36 from 17, 2 sixes, 2 fours, and he found an able partner in Rashid Khan. She joining him after the wicket of Ranjani. 32 runs in the last 2 overs, 20 coming off that Omar Zai over, and 12 from Tusara. Warriors finishing on 157 for 6. So what that means is the target now for the Gulf Giants will be 158. It should be an interesting chase. Action after the break. The sun is fast asleep here in the UAE, but the spotlights are on here at the Dubai International Stadium, where we continue match 10, season 4, DP World T20. It's Sharja Warriors batting first, could only muster 157 for 6 on a tricky surface. Very good contributions from Johnson Charles, from Dwayne Pretorius, getting them to that target. The Giants will be pleased with that bowling effort. And Afzal Khan, Mike Hazeman, to pick up the bowlers.
Yeah, I'm delighted for Ryan Khan. I think he's a terrific little bowler. Local boy, good little character, loves getting into the game, and he'll be really pleased with the way he's bowled here. 3 for 17 is where he finished. Really good work from him. Really nice. Look at him. Elated he's done so well. Terrific stuff for the little fella. Look at the work that he's done. Really good pitch map as well. 59% in that good area. Shorter deliveries, the ones with the wicket deliveries, the pulsing balls, the 3 blue balls. This power play is going to be interesting, Darren.
Will be interesting. What we saw in that first half of the game will, of course, motivate the spin options in this Warriors side. You think of Adil Rashid, spin, the trump card spinner. Tim Saudi inspire his bowlers to defend this target.
Warriors have only picked up 1 wicket across the 2 power plays that they've had so far. So it's been a real problem for them, the fact that they haven't got amongst the wickets like all the other teams have, pretty much. I'll make sure they strike early here, try and get a little bit of damage done by the likes of Southey when the ball's moving a bit through the air. Kabaz is dangerous, we know that. Vince is more settled, more stable player. If Kabaz plays nicely, and he can be impetuous, make no mistake about it. Impetuous at times, and we've seen that already in season 4. If they play well together, they'll dovetail perfectly with each other as well. James Vince is a wonderful cricketer. Look at those numbers: 12,730, 445 innings. Amazing stuff from Vince. Good to see him captain again and fully fit. And here's the other skipper, Tim Southey. What a career he's had. The red ball's white ball. A wonderful servant for New Zealand cricket, and thoroughly enjoying his work with the Warriors in season 4.
Tim Saudi trying to ensure that fielders are in the right places. Very, very important to set the tone to the innings with the first over. As captain, he'll want to do so. We do know is this surface offers lateral movement, and you can swing that new ball too. So it will be a challenge for Gurbaz and Vince. First ball in the defense. Hint of swing away from the right-hander.
Yeah, just a little bit. If the ball runs across this wet outfit, when I say wet, it's wet because of some dew. It does get sprayed, and they put that same spray they use at golf courses, where they put a wax coating on the blades of grass, so when the dew forms, it just runs straight off that wax on the blade of grass and goes straight in the soil. That's the idea. Certainly helps quite a bit. Gets a little bit on the damp side, so I've got to swing for long.
James Vince, top of the innings for his side, of course leading the side for the first time this season. Had support from Moeen Ali in the first 3 matches. Now he has to balance that added role as captain with his primary role as a batter.
See him moving freely now too. He was hobbling around a couple of games ago. Got through the game, which is important, and got some runs as well. Not such a simple technique, James Vince. Stands nice and still. We were talking in the build-up, Darren, about Nasanka, how still he is in his crease. He's not there at the moment. He's injured, hopefully just on the sidelines for the 1 game. He stands very still. Gabaz does a bit of moving around. Vince is the same, nice and still. Likes to access the offside more than anything else. Gabaz has some trigger movements.
Well, here's a stat for you. In 15 matches in the history of this tournament, the Warriors, defending in those 15 matches, they've only won twice. So that's very, very interesting. Not accustomed to winning using this pathway. They usually better off batting and chasing themselves as against defending.
Here's a stat. I think they're above par though with the score they've got. 157 on the surface. The spinner's going to do what they do. Average score batting first here is 168, but the tracks are not normally like this. It's been turning quite a bit. Adol Sheeter enjoy bowling on this, so I think they're above par with their score. This time they've played on this particular pitch. Last game they played, they had a bit of a nightmare. They failed to get home. They were chasing 35 off 30 balls with 7 wickets in hand. It was a thriller in Sharjah, and they went down. First game they played, they had a bit of a shocker. They conceded 233, so it's been a rough road for them.
Watchful from Baz, taking responsibility. End of the first without loss. Always a memorable occasion when kids are at the ground looking at the action unfolding.
This is match number 6 that I was referencing. Match 6 in Sharjah, Emirates posted 185. And the Warriors, they were coasting. They needed, as I said, they needed 35 off 30 balls with 7 wickets in hand, and they went down. Kazanfa was outstanding, picked up a couple of wickets at a crucial time. Bino Huck picked up a couple.
Zimakram with the ball. Firmly struck. What a welcome. Vince just latches on this one straight down the ground.
If you want to show someone how to play with a nice simple technique, you should center a corner now. Look at this. Didn't move. Footwork stayed pretty much where it is. Guys rely so much on balance these days. No excessive foot movements. They back their ability and just pump that one down the ground straight away. It's a nice welcome to the crease, that. Great shot from Vince.
Away she goes. Firmly struck over cover. You can understand what Wasim was trying to do, pitch the ball up to get swing. But Vince too good on that occasion.
He's trying to pitch it up, get some swing, and also stay away from something around about middle and leg. So went a little bit wider. Did swing back a fraction, but it was just overpitched. Got underneath that with still wrists and just belted that for 4. 2 wonderful shots with that simple technique. Unhurried, totally unhurried.
Crisply timed as well. Indication of the 4.